So, my name is Corrado. I'm Italian. I am 27 years old. I grew up in a small island in Italy called Sardinia. And then in 2019, I decided to move out to emigrate and I arrived in Australia. Then I did different jobs here in Australia since I find my pathway, something that I like to work and to do. So decided to study a course, a Certificate 3 in Heavy Vehicle Commercial Technology through TAFE here on the Gold Coast. So since I arrived in Australia, I decided to work in construction project and energy renewable project. And I start my very first job that I remember I was working in the solar farm. So I had a lot of machinery around and I start to hang out with the mechanic. Of course, I wasn't qualified yet, so I start to help him out as a trade assistant, doing oil change to tractor, the excavators, and stuff like this, doing really general maintenance, really light. Then I decide to start trade course, certificate 3, as I mentioned before in the other answer. And this course was available just in the Gold Coast for international students. So I move here from regional New South Wales, regional Queensland, Victoria, where I was working in the solar farm, and start to study and work at the same time as an apprentice in a workshop in Yatala, the Demex. They are a demolition company specialized in high-rise building demolition. And I was working as a trade assistant apprentice in their workshop in Yatala on the Gold Coast in the industrial area. And over there, I gain experience being a mechanic in a workshop and learning different machinery and different power tools and hand tools usage. After that, I start to work for about a month and a half in a company called Strandland Resource. It was a 5-4 job in WA, and over there I work as a plant mechanic, fixed plant technician, but also over there I help the fitters in their workshop, working in their loaders, in their skid steer, and all those machinery that they were feeding the plant. Um, of course, that one wasn't a long experience because I was under my student visa and there was a limitation of hours. But in the moment that I work over there, I was in holiday, so from school. So I was allowed to work more than 24 hours a week. And after I started my second year at TAFE, I had to quit that job and come back on the Gold Coast and find another job as a fitter or at least apprentice. And I found this workshop in Yatala that was doing um, plant hire. So I was working in their workshop as a fitter, helper of the qualified fitter that they had over there. And I was working on trucks in their machinery that they mostly are civil size. And yeah, I worked through the whole year while I was studying at TAFE. And then after I get my certificate, so after I finished my course, decided to move to WA and find a proper 5 gig over there. And I found this job. There was a 2-on-1 roster, day shift only for resource development, Rio Tinto department. We were an Australian indigenous company specialized in building paths for drillers for the exploration of their department. The machine we were using were mostly civil-sized machinery, so 36-tonner Hitachi and Caterpillar digger, different size water truck, water trailer, and rigid, some prime mover as UD, Mack, and Volvos, and Scania service truck. For those, I used to work in D90, they use, and some D10, but they were mostly civil side, so D9 and also D6. My experience, yeah, is predominantly on civil size machinery. I never work actually on massive MEM stuff. And with the Rio Tinto, I gain all the induction to basically all the West Pilbara mine site I have my forklift license that actually is expired, so I need to renew it or redo it again. I have, of course, my driver license, my digger, skid steer, and also telehandler license. And then, of course, I have the white card. And I have confidence space, gas testing atmosphere, and working at height ticket as well. Of course, I do also have a four-wheel drive ticket and provide first ID and all the um, face-to-face induction for Rio Tinto iron ore division.